Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to stand at attention while we hear the rendition of the national anthem by Mr. Avil Scantlebury, of course, on Steelpan. Thank you, Avril. Ambassador of the Republic of Colombia, His Excellency William Sidney Bush Howard. Canadian High Commissioner, His Excellency Arif Keshani. Archbishop of Port of Spain, Archbishop Charles Jason Gordon. Mayor of Port of Spain, His Worship Alderman Joel Martinez. Chairman of the Fakoory Group, Mr. Dennis Fakoory. Managing Director of East Port of Spain Development Company, Dr. Deborah Thomas Austin. Chairman of the Board of Directors of First Citizens, Mr. Anthony Smart. Chief Executive Officer of the Tourism Trinidad Limited, Mrs. Carla Cupid. President of the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago, award-winning Steelpan music composer, no less, Mr. Mark Loquan. Pan luminaries, Dr. Len Boogsy Sharp, Mr. Ray Holman, if he is here, and Mr. Johan Chakri, fellow director of the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Museum and chairman of the steering committee, Mr. Kenny Atai, national awardee for culture and playwright, Dr. Pearl N2 Springer, members of the NCC and the Carnival Institute of Trinidad and Tobago, members of interest groups, TTCBA, TUCO, and Pan Trinbago, specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome. That was a long list, right? Okay, and so that means I absolve anyone coming after me from having to repeat it. Good afternoon once again. My name is Ardeen Serju, and I want to welcome you to this opening of the third exhibition hosted by the Carnival Museum. How many of you are coming here for the first time? All right, wonderful. Well, a very special welcome to all of you. It is the third exhibition, so you're a bit late. You can still catch Juve, which is open downstairs, however. But this exhibition is about the evolution of Pan. And you may think that you're here just to see paintings, which very importantly chronicle the story of Pan. But our purpose here extends beyond that. We are launching an ebook by Mr. Dennis Fakoory. But it goes even beyond that because this is Steelpan Month. So we are commemorating, of course, Steelpan as our national instrument. But recently, yes, a round of applause, sure. And I want to add that very recently we had the announcement, for the first time in 2 days, we will commemorate the first World Steelpan Day. I think that deserves a round of applause. So our purpose here this afternoon is manifold, and we are happy that you can all be here to share it with us. And so I won't keep the proceedings any longer. I'll invite now the blessing from Archbishop Jason Gordon. Let's welcome him.
David Rudder has famously said, check your grandmother. She talking to the neighbor next door. If times didn't change up, darling, we'd still be in big war. Thank God, because now she boasting my daughter beat for Steelpan. And that is a history that we are commemorating. And that is a legacy that we hold. At a clan say, God make that. And so we thank God from the first tambour bamboo that left the yard to the development of the bass drum, to all the pan, G-pan, all the new pans that we now have, and the whole development of this wonderful, beautiful instrument that came to birth here from a rubbish bin to a musical instrument. God make that. And Papa God, we thank you that we could celebrate today everyone who has contributed to the development of Steelpan. And we ask your blessing upon this exhibition and this evening and the ebook, that we may put in the minds, hearts, and consciousness of our whole people the creativity and the beauty of the Trinidadian and Tobagonian spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Archbishop. And we move right along to Rosalind Gabriel, who is the director of the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Museum. She will welcome you officially.
Thank you, Ardeen, and a warm welcome to the official opening of this exhibition, The Evolution of Pan, and ebook launch. We are thrilled to have each and every one of you join us today as we embark on a journey through the rich history, cultural significance, and artistic revolution of the beloved instrument, the pan. Those of you who are here for the first time, this is a short history of the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Museum, referred to hereafter as TTCM. After successfully winning a public tender for the use of this iconic building, the Penny Bank, it was handed over to us on the 16th of April, 2021. This building is exactly where we would like it to be, as it is in the environs of the birthplace of Carnival. Thank you, First Citizens, for your strong corporate social responsibility in supporting the culture of our country and helping us to realize our dream. Because of you, we can reach out and touch the walls of our Carnival Museum. We shall collect Carnival memories here in the same way that pennies were collected under this roof, one by one, changing the lives of people. Since the handover, a steering committee of seasoned professionals have been working pro bono alongside Mr. Kenny Atai and myself to create and raise the Carnival Museum off the ground. What a challenge it has been. We thank patriotic citizens for their generosity and their time. When fully operational, the Carnival Museum will comprise a physical space right here in the Penny Bank, a virtual museum, a hall of fame for all three art forms of Mass, Calypso, and Pan, and a research and education hub, an online gift shop, and cafeteria. As a non-profit organization, the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Museum will showcase our rich cultural history, where our stories are told of the past and present, will capture what is to come as our carnival continues to evolve. At this juncture, it would be remiss of me if we did not express our sincerest gratitude to Senator the Honorable Randall Mitchell of the Tourism, Culture, and the Arts Ministry. His unwavering support and dedication to the project have been instrumental in its success. Senator Mitchell's vision and commitment to preserving our cultural heritage have provided us the foundation to build a world-class museum that will have a lasting legacy for generations to come. We extend our heartfelt thanks to him for his invaluable contribution. We look forward to support from corporate Trinidad and Tobago, as this project is one of national importance to our people, especially the children of our nation and to the diaspora as well. We reach out to all companies and organizations who benefit from Carnival to support us, so together we can build a strong and lasting legacy of our rich cultural history. We are committed to keeping the doors of this museum open by mounting exhibitions while we achieve our long-term goals of completion of the project in 2025. We want to point out that our second exhibition, The Story of Juve, remains open downstairs due to its immense popularity. So this is our third exhibition and stands as a testament to the dedication and passion of countless individuals who have contributed to the preservation and celebration of this iconic musical marvel. From its humble origins in the steel drum yards of Trinidad and Tobago to its global influence in shaping the world of music, the pan has woven itself into the fabric of our shared human experience. Through this exhibition, we aim not only to honor its roots, but also to explore its ever-evolving nature that continue to inspire generations of musicians, artists, and enthusiasts worldwide. Furthermore, this event is an occasion of dual celebration as we also mark the launch of an ebook that delves into the intricacies of Pan's evolution, its cultural significance, and the stories of the incredible people who have shaped it. The digital format of the ebook ensures that the knowledge and appreciation of Pan are accessible to a global audience, transcending geographical boundaries and fostering a sense of unity among individuals who share a passion for music and culture. It is with immense pride that we also acknowledge the profound significance of the United Nations announcement on August 11th, designating it as the International Day of Pan, and August is celebrated as Pan Month by Pan Trinbago. The UN Declaration symbolizes the universal embrace of the Pan as a symbol of cultural diversity, artistic expression, and the power of music to bridge gaps and foster understanding among people of all backgrounds. This day serves as a reminder of the Pan's role not only in enriching our lives with melodies, but also in promoting the values of harmony, cooperation, and cross-cultural dialogue. As we stand on the cusp of this momentous occasion, let us take this opportunity to reflect on the journey of Pan, its profound impact on our lives, and the boundless potential it holds for the future. Let us celebrate the unity it brings to communities and the joy it spreads across the globe. Together, let us revel in the rhythms of history and anticipate the harmonies of tomorrow. It is not an accident that we are here opening this exhibition today. During 2022, a real good friend who isn't here today, Nasa Khan, told our Mr. Kenny Atai about this collection owned by Mr. Dennis Fakoory. The moment we saw the collection, we earmarked it for display in August of 2023 to coincide with Pan Month. An added bonus was the UN Declaration of International Day of Pan on August 11. That really blew us away, and we figured, well, we're not going wrong here. The stars all lined up. Thank you, gentlemen, Nasa Khan, Dennis Fakoory, and artist Joseph Charles, for the journey you all embarked on to document the evolution of Pan in art. We must also thank the author of the ebook being launched today, Mr. Sheldon Waite. Once again, I extend my warmest welcome to all of you. May this exhibition and ebook launch be an inspiring and enlightening experience for each one present here today. Thank you for being a part of this celebration of culture, music, and the enduring spirit of Pan. And thank you for listening to this long speech.
Thank you so much, Rosalind. Thank you for painting such beautiful pictures for us and providing very important and relevant context to this gathering this afternoon. I want to just acknowledge that the Chief Education Officer at the Ministry of Education is being represented this afternoon by Ms. Marceline Peters. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, we are talking PAN, so we have to hear from the stakeholder body that represents that interest group. We have a man who I did not recognize because he's usually in a sailor outfit. He's wearing a shirt here this afternoon, Mr. Keith Simpson. He's the Vice President of PAN Trinbago. Let's welcome him.
Thank you. Good afternoon. All protocols observed. I must apologize for the absence of our President, Beverly Ramsey Moore. She is very, very busy, together with the rest of our executive, getting things in place for an important day on Friday when United Nations declared World Steelpan Day on the 11th of August. And we hope that on Friday when we leave All Stars at 12 with PAN, with drums, with tambu bamboo, coming down the streets. There'll be 11 steel bands around the bridge, and there'll be 7 in the Woodford Square. I was here when the first visit to this place in 2021. Rosalind, Kenny, and I miss Brother Resistance, who was there the first day, and we came in, and I was wondering the condition it was in, when would it come? And today I say, after those 2+ years, that we have almost reached, we are almost there. And it has been hard work, difficult work, and without leaving out anybody, I would like to mention Rosalind, Gabriel, and Kenny, who have worked very hard, and without leaving out the other people in the committees. I would also like to congratulate Mr. Fakoory, I have his name correctly, Fakoory it is. And he got on to me, and he asked if we would review his book on his writing for young people. It would also be an ebook that you could access via social media. And I said yes. And I reviewed it, did it forward. There were some corrections. So very soon we will have that book, which is very, very, very important. We wish that other authors and so will write more on the national instrument and culture on the whole, mass and calypso. So today is a great day. PAN, there are so many important people here. I know it's difficult to acknowledge, could acknowledge in PAN, see mass, calypso, mayor, archbishop. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Keith. And now we'll move on to hear from another stakeholder group represented here today. We have Ms. Shirlene Hendrickson, who is the General Secretary with TUCO. Let's welcome her.
A pleasant good evening to each and every one of you. All protocols observed. That was good, right? I bring greetings on behalf of the President, Mr. Ainsley King, who could not be here with us physically, but his spirit is with us. He's over in the sister isle of Tobago, taking care of TUCO's business for our upcoming elections, which will take place next Saturday, August 19th. I am also representing the General Council. We have members here, our Education and Research Officer, Ms. Megan Sylvester, our very hard-working trustee, Mrs. Anne-Marie Parks, Kojo, Calypsonian, Twiggy, give them a round of applause, and others who might come in later on. And by extension, the entire membership of the Trinbago Unified Calypsonians Organization, TUCO. I said all protocols observed, but there are so many of you in here, so I just want to say welcome and thanks. I am feeling juvenated. I am feeling elated because years ago in 1961, when I was born, and my sister the year before me in Trumacac, Laventil, pan music was just about getting my big uncle, who passed in 2000, Andrew Pan de Labastide, who would have been one of the 4 pan tuners who would have comprised the Trinidad All Steel Percussion Orchestra, TASPO, that left here for the first time in 1951 to tour and go across in London. I mean, when they didn't know or understand what the pan was. I feel that he's looking at us right now and he's smiling. So on behalf of all the cultural stakeholders, activists, lovers of the art form, the media, and hosts, I stand before each and every one of you, deeply touched, humbled, and inspired. And I join with all of you in your generous words of congratulations and encouragement to all the members, Ms. Rosalind Gabriel, Mr. Kenny Atai, all the members of the TT Carnival Museum, for the excellent artistic modus operandi in the restructuring of this Carnival Museum. Put your hands together. Let's give them a round of applause. I remember at the opening, was it last year or year before, Ms. Gabriel uniquely stated that the vision for the Carnival Museum is to be the home whereby the stories of Carnival are to be told, and its mission would be to preserve the history and ongoing evolution of Trinidad and Tobago's Carnival, wherever it occurs in the world, passing on its knowledge and skills, communicating its legacy, and telling the story of Carnival through education, art, and technology. And when I joined the executive in 2013, my first election, I remember our mantra, and we say it up to this day, years ago, Mr. Lutalo Masimba, HBM, and we would say, "By Calypso, Tuco stand proud to be afforded a space in this historical edifice, positioned so close to the birthplace of Carnival, Pan, Mas, and Calypso." And how fitting, I've heard the other speakers before me say it, so it would be remiss of me not to say it. How fitting that today's celebration is 2 days away from Friday, August the 11th, 2023, which the United Nations has commemorated as World Steelpan Day. And guess what? Right around the corner on Duke Street is the home of Trinidad All-Star Steel Orchestra. Up the road on Renegades Way is the home of the reigning Panorama champions, Renegades Steel Orchestra. And down the road on George Street is the new home of the Desperados Steel Orchestra. Aye, aye, aye. So that this Carnival Museum is well positioned. Thank you, Auntie Roslyn, as we all affectionately call her, and your team, for being that strong woman that you are. And you have exemplified this over the years. Through this kind of preservation, you are certainly ensuring that our diaspora continues to spark with true Africanism and cultural diversity. In closing, it is one thing to be known as a good leader, but exceptional when you could be referred to as a transformational, innovative leader. That is how we at TUCO would describe Auntie Roslyn and her team, and all who have assisted in ensuring that the preservation of these cultural artifacts is well stored in this museum in the heart of Port-of-Spain, Trinidad. As we continue to deepen footprints in the cultural sands of time, I, on behalf of TUCO and the executive members who are here, salute all Pan men and women. Put your hands together for all Pan men and women. Uncle Bugsy, Uncle Ray, the full 9 yards. And we look forward to forging deeper relationships and greater cultural bonds, the PMC of culture. Pan, Mas, and Calypso. Auntie Rosling and team, and to all stakeholders, all the members who are gathered here, the media, Archbishop, Mayor, each and every one of you, ladies and gentlemen, may God continue to richly bless you and your families. On behalf of TUCO, I thank you.
Thank you, Shirlene. And thank you to our cultural stakeholders, advocates represented here today in the presence of the interest groups, the Carnival interest groups. Thank you for your passion and, well, obviously your contribution to our very being here today, to the reason why we're here today. And so we want to move along now to the exhibition. We want to get now to the person responsible for curating it. And so we have with us the curator, Miss Kiba Jacob Motley with us. Let's please welcome her.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, everyone. So just to give a bit of a background, when Mr. Atai Kenny told me that there's this man with paintings about Pan, I was like, all right, okay, you know, paintings of Pan. Anyways, sorry. Thank you. Yeah, so when Mr. Atai told me that there was this man, this gentleman, Mr. Fakoory, with paintings of Pan and the evolution of Pan, the story of Pan, I told him, okay, we'll go check it out. You know, I didn't really have much hope. And when we walked into the space and saw the paintings that you see here, 17 paintings in total, and I just want to also add that if ever you're having a bad day, call Mr. Fakoory to talk about these paintings. The level of energy that you get from him, and the way he describes it, and the way he talks about Joseph, the artist, it's quite amazing. But the work you see here today represents the story of Pan, and in these paintings we get to see things that many of us may never have seen before, or things that we may have forgotten: Salvatore Building, Green Corner, Red Nose Sailor. And so the story of it, and also for an artist to produce a body of work like this, and for a collector like Mr. Fakoory to support an artist, because as artists, we create things, and sometimes we sit at home in our studios hoping that someone will want to buy it from us, you know. But to be commissioned to create this body of work and to be supported in that manner, Joseph, you're quite lucky to have this opportunity. And then you get to see the level of work and detail that Joseph put in. In the room, you'll also see some sketches. So it's not just that he sat down and just started working on a canvas, but he put in the work to do the sketches in advance, or studies. And he kept those studies and the black and white sketches that you see around the room. And so just to be able to have this here with us today, to document our history and our heritage, it is indeed an honor. So Mr. Fakoory, thank you so very much. Joseph, thank you as well. It is an inspiration. And it is indeed the greatest form of respect and adoration you could have for an art form, you know, to document it in this way. And so we sincerely thank you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. It's amazing that these paintings are normally housed by Mr. Fakoory. So it's a great opportunity for many of us to see it. So please tell all of your friends to visit. And we hope to be able to tell a deeper story as the exhibition expands in the coming weeks. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kiba, for introducing us to the works before us, and you will have the opportunity, if you haven't yet, to look at them, to take them in as soon as everything here is finished. And so that sets us up nicely for another one of the reasons we're here. Remember, I said there are several reasons for us being here today, and one of them is the launch of the ebook. An ebook that was actually inspired by this group of paintings, 17 paintings. And in fact, the name of the book, the title is The Evolution of Trinidad and Tobago Steelpan Through 17 works of art. All right, so it's actually the paintings that inspired the book, which in turn has sort of inspired this exhibition. So we see how everything is sort of feeding into each other here. And so we're honored to have with us the commissioner of the paintings, the owner of them, and the man who's brought this book to life, Mr. Dennis Fakoory. Let's welcome him.
Wow. As if I weren't emotional enough already, as she mentioned. A blessed evening to everyone, all protocols observed. I ask you to join me in giving recognition to the hard work and effort of the steering committee of the Carnival Museum. Thank you. Thank you. And the entire team to put in the committee of the Carnival Museum, an entire team, in making this space as spectacular as it looks today. It is really wonderful. To the entire team, thank you so very much for your hard work, your creativity and passion. And I could say on behalf of the Fakoory family, we're proud to have our most memorable and wonderful collection here in this space, and to exhibit it for all citizens and people that reside in Trinidad and Tobago, and for those who wish to visit. Thank you very much. I wish to also thank the custodians and leadership of Pan Trinbago for giving their support, and to say that your presence here means a lot. Keith, my newfound friend. Someone says that there's only one Keith Simpson. I wish to thank all the other cultural organizations for your presence here. And you will notice as well that your segment of our culture is quite visible in our art collection. Our culture is a blending of steelpan music, calypso, and costume that all work in unison. This combination is what makes our carnival so unique and unlike any festival in the world. To our steelpan and cultural icons, thank you for spending your time with us. And with August 11th having been declared World Steelpan Day, I ask you all to join me in acknowledging once again those steelpan pioneers and legends in our midst with a hearty round of applause. When you look at the paintings, you'll understand that the journey to get this instrument to this place in time was a most difficult and arduous one. And I will go into a little bit of that shortly. I wish to recognize someone who's not present here today, but someone who was mentioned was pivotal in connecting these dots and making this exhibition a reality. He's a man known to have authored approximately 27 books, most, if not all, on education and literacy. A man who loves his culture and quite ably supported by his wife Ramona, Mr. Nasser Khan. For your enthusiasm, Nasser, and support to these 17 works of art, I say a heartfelt thank you, and I wish that both yourself and Ramona were here today. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening would not be possible without the amazing talent of one man in our midst, my dear friend for 20 years. Joseph, where are you? Joseph, come please. My interest in the steel pan was finely tuned during the development of the Joseph Charles collection. My understanding of the pan's developmental process, the historical path the pan has traveled to become the accepted musical instrument it is today, and the years I've journeyed with this artist in this production has helped me to appreciate the steel pan in the way it should be. In response to my calling, I had no indication whatsoever of the extensive and time-consuming journey I was about to embark on. but in the end, worth every moment spent and every challenge encountered. This attempt to recreate history and capture the moments that otherwise could have been lost forever, both in the developmental process as well as the preservation in art of the buildings, some of them that no longer exist, gives me a sense of fulfillment, and I invite you to experience the wonderful story of the Steelpan and how it came into existence through our 17 works of art. Now a brief. The initial exhibition of this collection was held in the National Museum and Art Gallery from Wednesday, 11th February to March 26, 2004, and re-exhibited for Carifesta in 2006. At the request of Mr. Vel Lewis, the then curator of the museum, and Minister Joan Yule Williams, the Minister of Culture at that time. Further to this, we formed the Steelpan Art Museum, and it was established and remained open for a period of about a year. Our museum was featured on BET. We're very proud of that. Now fast forward to 2023, some 17 years later, my, the public has once again the opportunity to enjoy the creativity and artistic talent of Joseph Charles because of the patriotic and genuine persons of the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Museum. Thank you for accepting our offer to loan you our collection. On a side note, these paintings were in storage for about 16 years. And well, I'm getting on in age, I'm 61. So I might be corrected, but I believe it was late last year. You know, I was talking to my brother and sons. I said, you know, we need to take these paintings out. We have some nice walls, let's put it up. And by God, how does God work in his own way and time? And everything just started to go from one thing to the next. Sometime in February, I met Nasser. I was at his home. And I said, listen, you know, I always wanted to do this book for the schools using our paintings to tell the story of Pan. And he's been putting me off on this for a number of years. He said, boy, Dennis are doing so much of different things. And lo and behold, that evening I told him, he said, let's do it. And this was in February. You know, and here we are today, 6 months later. And everything has just fallen in place. As Rosalind said, just the way God created the universe, he made these stars to align once again. All glory to God. As we explore a collection of paintings that relate the remarkable history and evolution of the steelpan, this unique and melodious instrument, born from the soul of Trinidad and Tobago, which has transcended geographical boundaries and cultural barriers, embodying the creativity of our people, we recall the journey that has brought us here. The steelpan, birthed out of necessity and a desire for expression, emerged from the melting pot of our communities. Its beginnings, humble yet resolute, resonate the spirit of human ingenuity that seeks to create beauty in what was the most challenging of circumstances. Each stroke on these canvases tell a story of the pioneers who turned discarded oil drums into instruments of magic, and the rhythmic beats that emanate from the steelpan resonate not only as music, but as a testament to the strength of our cultural heritage and the potential for transformation through creativity. In this space here today, we capture the fervor of the musicians, the dedication of craftsmen, and the irresistible joy that the melodies carry to audiences worldwide. But let us not forget that the steelpan is more than just an instrument. It has the power to transcend language, religion, and politics, forging relationships that bridge the social divide and foster deep and long-lasting friendships. Let us be reminded today of our responsibility to preserve this rich legacy and to support and uplift the artists, artisans, and musicians who breathe life into this instrument. And let us invest in the education of future generations, ensuring the skill and knowledge required to craft and play the steelpan and to learn of its history and evolution are passed down with pride. It is on this note I introduce you to the Fakoory family-sponsored ebook on our national instrument, aptly named The Evolution of Trinidad and Tobago Steelpan through 17 Works of Art, that will now be uploaded by Ronald, yeah? You need to come here. Sure.
Tech support, if you can just mirror the computer, please.
At this time, I'd like Sheldon Waite to come and join me up at the podium, please. Now, today is a soft launch. The main launch of this ebook will be done to coincide with the new school term. So it'll be going live, and the website will be called steelpanstory.com. But you'll get more of that as the weeks go by. We'll be doing some promotions on it and so on. Where are the screens? Oh, we have a screen. So, one of the great things about this here is our family and our companies have decided to make this ebook free to every single person residing in Trinidad and Tobago. No one residing in Trinidad and Tobago, citizen or otherwise, will have to pay to read this ebook, and they can read it as many times as they want. The idea behind it is that every person residing here must know about the story of Steelpan, must understand the journey it traveled, and must be prepared to explain and narrate that story to any visitor or citizen of another country that lands on our shores. I'll have to go here. Could you just go back a bit? Thanks. The other way, please. Thanks. The other way, please, Ronald. Oh, okay. You're going, I want to go to the building. Yeah, sorry. Our national instrument, the evolution of the steel pan. So very briefly, I will go through go ahead. So this ebook, as it says here, will be free to all students in Trinidad and Tobago and all persons residing here. So we have forewords from the Minister of Culture, our dear friend Keith Simpson, and myself. So this first piece is musical conception. Yeah. So during the ebook, you'll see the write-ups on the history that was vividly portrayed by Sheldon Waite, and pictures of the paintings. You could go on. Yeah. And you would notice here that the author also wrote a little aspect of the painting there. And then there were many conversations on each piece by Joseph Charles and myself discussing what we did. And so we've added that aspect to the ebook. So you, the reader, could get a more informal understanding of the journey the artist and myself, the co-creator of this collection, went through in order to put this entire collection together. You'll see some old photographs that we have there too as well. There we go. And some of these sketches that Joseph Charles actually did a couple years before we did the collection, you know. So it's not to say that he did it. He brought it to show it to me, and, you know, we took the journey from there, you know. So there you go, dustbin cover as well. Pan Tribulation, the Hills of Lavantil. and pan in the dry river. Many people never knew that they used to practice pan in the dry river. But Kitchener did a song called Mystery Band. I hear pan beating in the dry river. You know, they used to play sports in the dry river, race jockeys for those of you who are around my age, cricket, football. So that aspect of it, you know, we've tried to recreate that part of history that is no longer in existence. You can move on. Yeah. So there's so many things here that that people can learn about the history of the steel pan, and not just the history of the steel pan, but life around Port of Spain, where the steel pan, you know, originated. There's another sketch, and Christopher's recording studio. Yeah, that's another sketch of pan around the neck. Christopher's recording studio. Yeah, there you go. I see they try to duplicate it, you know. And this is one of my favorite sketches, mouth pan. I think, Booksy, I'm real good at playing mouth pan, you know. You could go right ahead down. Yeah. That was NASA there. Yeah. So these are some little excerpts of our first exhibition at the National Museum and Art Gallery. You could probably go down closer to the end quickly. Probably a 109 or thereabouts, so we could pan on track, yeah. Okay, so something here we have done as well. You would notice here that YouTube links. So we have made it very interactive. So for example, if you come now and you're looking at the dry river, you could come and click on the YouTube link. It takes you immediately to Kitchener's Mystery Band. I hear pan beating in the dry river. So we've made it so, you know, so much that you could get involved with the collection while you're reading and listening to music and so on. At Steel Band, you can go back. Again with Steel Band Clash, you would see the link for Blakey's Steel Pan Clash. I know it's a bit much to take in. Okay, there you go. And just go back one page again. Yes. So all these links here, a lot of them are tied to various aspects of the paintings. You see Pan Panorama, the link with Kitchener's Margie, and also Despa's plain Margie when they won in 1970, and BP Renegades Panorama Finals. So we've done a lot of things like that, so that anyone reading this ebook, they can be engaged in all these wonderful things, you know. And there you go. You all recognize that guy there? The one and only Keith Simpson. Someone who has dedicated his life to our culture. Yeah. It is my wish that this ebook, created to directly target the youth in our country through our educational system, will help them recognize the ingenuity of our people in this twin island state and what can be achieved through shared determination, love, and perseverance. I eagerly anticipate the reading of the many essays that will be produced by each child's imaginative view of each piece. It is also my wish that the steel pan be emblazoned on any national representation, any delegation, official documents, sporting teams' uniforms, alongside our national flag, so that it becomes synonymous with our country, just as the fern leaf and maple leaf is to New Zealand and Canada, respectively. The Fakoory Group is proud of this trailblazing effort in this world of social media, a dimension that all young persons today are most skilled in what has become second nature to commingle with what the late well-respected art valuer Audley Sewing in 2011 referred to as a collection of 17 paintings that appear to be the largest single compilation of folk paintings done by one single artist, depicting Trinidad and Tobago steel pan. With a riveting and yet descriptive narrative, yet historical presentation of the ongoing steel pan's life cycle, from its turbulent embryonic existence to its mature but developing state. Audley went on to say that he can find no Caribbean or regional cultural parallel in either the folk or fine arts of this accomplishment. And he says it's in his opinion that this makes this art collection, and now an ebook, a unique anthology of art in this world. A production of this magnitude would not have been possible without the dedicated attention by its overall coordinator, co-editor, Nasa Khan, the writing skills of author Sheldon Waite, the Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture and the Arts, co-editors Professor Janine Remy, Brian Copeland, Mrs. Crystal Fakoory, and now my dear friend Keith Simpson, Ms. Kelly Cavallo for the graphics, and Mr. Ronald Hussain and the team at Safari Publications, and Mr. Kim Johnson, a walking encyclopedia on the Steelpan, all of whom I wish to acknowledge and give special thanks. And to my dear friend, artist Joseph Charles, a man with a heart of gold, and our bond will journey with us into the afterlife. Finally, this ebook is dedicated to my dear wife, Debbie. Somewhere around, Debbie. And my late father, Victor, who during the evolution of this art collection, despite the major financial challenges we are facing as a family, continued to support this God-inspired vision that allowed me the freedom to bring it to completion with Joseph Charles. I thank you for your time. God bless.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Fakoory. So much energy and passion, discernible, palpable. Thank you for bringing that to us this afternoon. And thank you as well to the wider team responsible for bringing this book to fruition, Mr. Sheldon Waite, Mr. Nasa Khan, who couldn't be here, and of course the artist whose work we celebrate this afternoon, Mr. Joseph Charles. So thank you again to Mr. Fakoory and your team. So our next speaker is someone I unfortunately omitted in my very long list of salutations at the start. She is the Deputy Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Tourism and Culture and the Arts. Thank you so very much for understanding. She is Ms. Jasmine Pascal, and she represents the Minister here today. Let's welcome her, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I bring greetings on behalf of Senator the Honorable Randall Mitchell, Minister of Tourism, Culture and the Arts. It is with great pleasure and pride that I stand before you today to celebrate two momentous occasions that pay homage to our cultural heritage and the remarkable journey of our national instrument, the Steelpan. As we gathered here at the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Museum, we witness the confluence of art, history, and education through the opening of the Evolution of Pan exhibition and the launch of the ebook entitled Our National Instrument, The Evolution of Trinidad and Tobago Steelpan through 17 works of art. Allow me to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the Fakoory Groups of Company, our esteemed corporate sponsor, for their unwavering commitment to culture and education in Trinidad and Tobago. This partnership reflects their recognition of the invaluable role culture plays in shaping our national identity and fostering a sense of unity and pride among our citizens. Your dedication is inspiring and truly appreciated. The ebook we launched today, Our National Instrument, is a monumental achievement that speaks to our deep-seated desire to educate and enlighten, especially our youth, about the profound cultural significance of the Steelpan. This online reference text serves as an accessible resource, a treasure trove of knowledge that encapsulate the journey of the Steelpan from its humble beginnings to its remarkable transformation into a global musical sensation. It is our gift to the present and future generations a virtual gateway to the heart of our heritage. In recognizing this accomplishment, we must also acknowledge the visionaries who have worked diligently in bringing this project to fruition. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the dedicated team members who have poured their passion into crafting this ebook, as well as individuals who contributed their talent and expertise to create this exhibition. Your efforts have ensured that the story of the Steelpan is preserved in vibrant color, allowing us to witness its metamorphosis through the ages. Allow me to also extend deepest gratitude to the steering committee of the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Museum and Pan Trinbagos for your unwavering support. Your dedication to our cultural heritage is pivotal in creating spaces that resonate with our past while nurturing our future. 17 captivating paintings that grace this exhibition under the ownership of Mr. Dennis Fakoory and brilliantly crafted by artist Joseph Charles serve as visual narratives of the Steelpan's evolution. From the rhythmic drums of our ancestors to the indigenous repurposing of tambu bamboo, discarded dustbin covers, and iconic oil drums. Each stroke of the brush brings to life the spirit of innovation, the tenacity of our people, and the heartbeat of our nation. As we stand at the brink of an inaugural ceremony, celebration of World Steelpan Day on August the 11th, this event takes on even greater significance. It is a tribute to the indomitable spirit of our Pan men and Pan women whose legacies are etched into the very fabric of our culture. In closing, I wish to pledge the unwavering support of the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts to initiatives like these that amplify our local culture and heritage. It is through exhibitions such as this that we ensure the vibrancy of our tradition is carried forward with vigor and pride. Through our grants and sponsorship facility, we will continue to provide assistance to ensure the success of initiatives that commemorate important milestones in our nation's history. We look forward to continued collaboration as together we nurture the commemorative and artistic endeavors of our varied cultural communities and foster a deep appreciation for our diverse cultural heritage. Thank you all for being a part of this historic moment. Let us continue to embrace, celebrate, and champion our cultural treasures, for they are the essence of who we are as a people. I thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pascal. And now we get ready for our feature address this evening. We are officially into the evening now, and it will be delivered by the Mayor of Port of Spain for at least another week, or a few days, 4 more days, for at least. All right, we have with us Alderman, His Worship, Mr. Joel Martinez.
Thank you very much, Jardine. It is I just have a few more days. It is unusual for a public figure to ask that all protocols be observed. So this afternoon, I beg your indulgence and your forgiveness and follow the lead that our chairperson this afternoon has asked. Am I okay? Thank you very much. Today, we are here to basically celebrate an ebook, but more significant, the story of Pan. Do we really know the story of Pan? Well, if we didn't know before, we now know. And we have 17 pieces of art to help us to learn so much about it. I have one piece of art in the mayor's office that adorned the walls as a 1947 depiction by Alice Pashley about a steel pan and Juve morning coming down one of the streets. And there are so many stories that I could give about that painting. You could imagine what 17 paintings could do. Well, we have a story on our hands. We've also been given the blessing of the United Nations that confirmed, basically, that the steel pan instrument is a magnificent instrument. Let's give the steel pan a beautiful round of applause. But the thing is, the steel band didn't happen by itself, right? It was a bunch of trainees that started many years ago out of a muddy pond. And Rudder put it so nicely when he said 10,000 flowers bloomed. And then Black Stalin came right after and said, let me unlock the secrets of making pan. You all remember that year? That was the year Black Stalin sang Burn Them Too. The thing about it is that the steel band has been with us for some time, and we have seen the evolution of it to what it is today as a very magnificent instrument. So ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, fellow citizens, all of you very important people here this afternoon, and I know that all of you are very important. And apart from just having the important people here, we have cultural icons among us that we sometimes take for granted. But I will tell you, they are masters of their art. And they have actually worked very hard in bringing the steel pan to what it is today by displaying to the world the work that they have done. Let's honor the gentlemen who and ladies who have added that value to our steel pan over the years. It's a splendid evening, and today marks a truly enchanting moment as we gather here at the heart of our vibrant city at the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Museum. A few years ago, Rosalind Gabriel and Kenneth I started a journey, a different kind of journey, to ensure that this place was habitable and to also ensure that you can come here and celebrate moments like this. They may not have told you that they had no money, and they may not have told you that it was hard times trying to get it to where it is. And they may not have told you how they had to beg. But all of you here are very important citizens. And all of you here would understand and appreciate the value of what they have done. Let's give them a round of applause. They have taken little and made much. And they have gotten help, significant help, from other fellow citizens who have turned up and added value in ways that you cannot believe. However, the journey is not over. And I would like to welcome all of you on that journey to help the Carnival Museum become the best that it could be. Because, in case you didn't know, the city of Port of Spain in 2019 received a designation from UNESCO as the city of music. Now, our culture is very rich here, and we understand it, and so does UNESCO. However, we have to do something with it. A designation doesn't come for free. It says that you have to do something to make it better. How do we make our art and culture in this country better? It requires the heart of every citizen to be able to do that. You have to now recognize that what we have is an abundance of treasure that came out of the hard work of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You have to be able to recognize that and add your 2 cents, and I don't mean a penny, right? But this is where it started, in this bank, where we call the penny bank. Strangely enough, I opened an account here 53 years ago with 5 cents. And the bank accepted it without asking for ID, as they would do today. The thing about it is that every 5 cents or 2 cents will add up to ensuring that this penny bank becomes an iconic space in the city of Port of Spain that represents Carnival, our culture, our art. We have replicated carnivals around the world. You know that. The Steelpan is a very integral figure of Carnival because that's how Carnival began. But please don't take it for granted anymore. Now that you know the story of Pan, and I'm sure you're going to all read that ebook and acquaint yourself with the knowledge. What you're going to do with it is to be able to help this museum to become a truly iconic space. And all of that was not in my speech. I'm now going to start the speech. So I am delighted here to stand before you as the mayor of this wonderful city to celebrate the grand opening of the exhibition titled The Evolution of Pan and the launch of its digital counterpart, an ebook that promises to open a new chapter in our appreciation of these remarkable art form. Within the walls of this ST museum, an exceptional collection awaits your exploration. 17 vivid paintings, such as each a brushstroke of passion and insight, to guide us through the captivating narrative of Pan evolution. A privately owned yet generously shared with us, these artworks transcend time to showcase the rich heritage and the transformative journey that our beloved Pan has undertaken. As we wander through these captivating canvases, we find ourselves immersed in a symphony of history and innovation, a testament to the creativity and dedication of our people. A resonance of Pan notes, ever echoing in our streets, now takes us on a virtual form, painted with the hues and dedication and tradition. But that's not all. It's the digital age. We stride forward with a this carnival, no bacchanal. We want a peaceful festival. No bottle pelting, no steel band clashing, just mass and music. You all know that? You ever heard that song? That was Sparrow. You all know it? Bugsy, you know that? Rope, yes. You could imagine they were talking about Steelpan and Carnival and what it was. And now look at what it has become. It's all part of our society. And then we had revolution, fight, bacchanal. We still have bacchanal because we love it. The thing about it is that we have professionalism now. Musicians, music festivals. You remember music festivals at Queen's Hall? Yes. International. It would be nice to see that again, not so? So, let me talk to Ken and those guys. So, I invite you to delve deeper, to unlock the secrets and stories that weave through each painting, connecting us to our roots and propelling us towards the future. And the timing couldn't be more perfect. Let us revel in the serendipity that August brings us as Pan Month. We did this country, Ministry of Tourism and Pan Trinbago, dedicated August as Steelpan Month. And the United Nations have blessed us with Steelpan Day internationally. Let us celebrate it to the end and ensure that we make this a really bright future for our culture. Let us understand too that when we go into pan yards of the future, that we can all embrace it. Man, woman, and child. The spotlight shines brightly upon our beloved Pan. It's a month where the world celebrates its vibrant spirit, aligning harmoniously with the recent declaration by the United Nations. The prestigious title of International Pan Day, a momentous recognition indeed that reaffirms the global significance of our cultural heritage. So my dear friends, as we stand here, ready to embark on their thrilling journey through time and melody, let us cherish the convenience of art, the conversions of art, culture, and history. Let us embrace the spirit of unity that Pan has always brought to our community. Let us walk hand in hand into the future where the echoes of its notes continue to resonate, inspiring generations to come. And as I told an ambassador recently, the music that Pan brings, we can take any song anywhere in the world, whether it be a sad song or a depressing song, and put it on Pan, and it becomes happy music. It will always make you move. You could never stand still and listen to steel band. It is one of those, as I said, it's a miraculous instrument that the world is yet to find out more of. And when it does, you'll be amazed and be so proud that it started right here. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of those who have made this exquisite exhibition and the voyage, the digital voyage, possible, and to each of you for gracing us this evening with your presence. Let us take this opportunity to ensure that the evolution of Pan and the story of Pan becomes a tremendous reality, and that we carry it every day in our hearts and bring about a burning desire to tell that story to the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor Martinez, for closing us out with your remarks and with your for urging us to take the instrument as seriously as we ought to and really make use of the commemoration that we've been afforded for August 11th as World Steelpan Day. And now to round off the entire evening, we have the chairman, someone who's been referred to a lot here Today, we have the chairman of the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Museum Steering Committee, Mr. Kenny Atai.
Thank you. And my role here this evening is just to give the vote of thanks. And why not start with Adine for doing such a great job at a moment's notice to willingly come and be part of this, this exhibition. And so, as the mayor in his feature address mentioned, he opened his account here many years ago, and he just started at 5 cents, right? But I'm seeing and I'm sensing that a lot more accounts are opening here tonight with memories that you're seeing as you go through these photographs, these paintings here. So we wish that those of you who are able to make it here really see the value of the work that went in to bring this to life. So, Mayor, we again thank you for your continued support. I remember from that first day, he was very gung-ho, thumbs up, yes, we want to see this happening. So thanks for that support and the continuing support. Yeah. I hope that it continues with the new mayor, whoever that is, that comes into office soon. Yeah. So, greetings from the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts and other. We really got kicked off this project from way back in 2 years ago when we spoke with the Ministry of Culture and they thought that this project needed to go. And since then, they have been giving us full support and encouragement, and at times a little bit of buffing for taking too long to make it happen. But thanks a lot for the support, and the Ministry of, the whole team at the Ministry of Tourism, and also the tourism company for their continued support in this. And we will look to see if we could meet some of those expectations, especially when the cruise ship season starts. Yeah. So thanks again. Yeah. To Mr. Fakoory and his family and the group, what a wonderful journey this has been. When we first met, and I was a bit taken aback that he had this collection in place, in hiding, I would say, from the public, and was just looking for a door to open. And through NASA, we met NASA, and way back in April, we made that first visit to view the paintings, and everything just took off from there. So we're quite happy that you're willing to entertain us and encourage us to make it happen. And I know when you came in this evening and you saw the transformation that took place, you were more than elated that we were able to just take these 17 paintings and make a difference. So thank you very much for you, and also bringing us in touch with the artist extraordinaire, Joseph Charles, and we haven't heard much or seen from him, but we understand that people are asking if he is going to continue in this vein because he has so much potential. Yeah. So where is he? Is he still around? Yeah. Yeah. Stepped out? Yeah. So thanks very much, Mr. Charles. Greetings. We are quite happy to welcome our stakeholder partners, TUCO and Pan Trinbago. They are key players in the whole operation of the Carnival Museum, and we continue to look forward to that support. Thanks very much. The transformation of this room really took place under the guidance of our curator, Kiba, and her team. Thank you for doing such a wonderful job. Thank you very much. For our guests who took the time to come. A lot of people, they hear about the address and they start asking questions. We are telling people that that is just only temporary. This place is going to be the icon for cultural festivity. So take it early, come and see it early, be part of it as we are growing. So thanks very much, our local icons, Dr. Bugsy, your protege, Johan, the others around. Yeah. Thank you for taking the time and coming. Yeah. To our steering committee members, some of them, again, this has been quite a challenge because we're working on people's free time. So they have been, for the last 2.5 years, 3 years, been working in the background to really bring us this far. So I want to publicly thank each and every one from the steering committee for helping us to get here. We heard about Auntie Roz, right? She has been the eternal dreamer. Right? So I keep telling her, be careful what you dream for, because it may just happen. Right? So she's a dreamer, I'm the doer. I will just get it done. So we really thank you for that. I'm not seeing her, but she's here. But she has been the rock behind this whole initiative, and for giving the continuous encouragement that this must come to life, this dream must come to life. And so, Auntie Roz, Exhibition 1, Exhibition 2, Exhibition 3, well done. You see? Yeah. So we will see. We will try and get as many people on board now that the news is out. Yeah, I'm sure we will be able to bring something on. We have Calypso coming up. Yeah, so that might be the next on the agenda. Yeah. So Kiva, stand by. To our panelists, Mr. Scanterbury, at very short notice, being able to come out today and provide us with some live pan, and we will get some of that when we finish the formal part. Yeah. And Media 22 and Vantage View Media for putting this together for us and managing it. Thanks very much. We went out to get help because between Auntie Roz and myself, it was just too much to handle. So thanks very much for coming on board and helping us there. And for all those around who, during our journey since we started on the 27th of July last year, who have been able to come and partner, or who came on their own volition to come and ask us how could they get involved. I want to thank you all very much, including the Aikida group, yeah, with Dr. Pull and Springer handed in. Thank you very much. They have been carrying on a 5-week camp for children in theater, arts, and carnival skills. Well done, thank you. And so, as we close off the formal part, I just want to invite you all on your way down, take a walk through at the story of Juve, because as soon as this exhibition take off, that one will come down sometime probably at the end of the month, so that we could continue the renovation of the building for probably the 4th exhibition. Yeah? So we're trying to utilize parts of the building to keep the building open, to keep the museum open, while renovation is taking place. A lot of renovation still to take place. This space that we're in here right now is probably going to transform into something completely different by the time we finish. So we're working on that. Yeah? So thanks very much for coming. Please immerse yourself in these beautiful paintings, and we do hope that you enjoy the rest of the evening and reach home safely. Thank you very much.